Good morning from a lovely and sunny Energylandia. I think it's Energylandia in Poland. We'll call it Energylandia, English way. And yeah, I'm about to have my fourth ever visit, and it's been a couple of years. Well, third visit, but fourth time in the park because one day I've done 2 days. And it's about 5 minutes to open, so I'm going to get straight in there. And we've got the new Candy Creek, I think it is, area opened yesterday. It's a beautiful day. It's a heat wave here in Poland, and yeah, 2 brand new roller coasters that have just opened yesterday to do, which is exciting. I'd imagine it's going to be my busiest day here at Energylandia because the weather is beautiful, about 24 degrees, heat wave that started today. And of course we've got my number 1 roller coaster in the world, Hyperion, there in the background, not Hyperia, and Zadra, which is in my top 5 as well. So let's get in. Let's have an awesome day. Also, check out yesterday's vlog if you haven't already. That'll be all about the new area that opened yesterday. Let's go. There we go, finally looked up the name. Don't know why I kept getting it so mixed up. But Sweet Valley is the brand new area here in Energylandia. Energylandia, I'll call it. Got Formula here in the background. Now, game plan for today, being my 4th visit inside the park itself, is not take it easy. I don't mean don't do much. Get on as many roller coasters as I can, of course. Always start by heading to the back of the park for Zadra, just in case. You know, every time I've been here, all the queues have been walk on. Never had to queue. However, it did look busier than usual, which is a good thing. It will be nice to see the place with more atmosphere. Yeah, in the past, it's been amazing, but just a little lackluster with the, in terms of atmosphere. And what a beautiful day it is, honestly. It's so hot at the moment already. I've got my shorts on, and yeah, loving it. One of my main aims today is exploring the Sweet Valley area. Like I say, that's got 2 new roller coasters with a big-ish family Vekoma mine train roller coaster, and really looking forward to seeing if they're keeping up with the theming areas, because we've had the area of Zadra that opened, which upped their game in terms of theming, and then the Abyssus area. So hopefully they've kept it going into this new family area of Sweet Valley, but we'll find out, like I say, in the video I shot yesterday. I will also put some footage of it in today's video. Now we're just walking through the tunnel now, off to our first ride of the day. Despite saying I'll take it fairly easy, I hope to get at least 5 rides on both Zadra and Hyperion, as Hyperion is my number 1 roller coaster in the entire world. There she is, beautiful Zadra. Looking magnificent this morning. Saw a train going by as I was coming in. Hopefully it's open. Let's go give it a few rides. What a beast of an RMC, look at it. So lucky to have this in Europe. Yeah, I've done a fair few RMCs now. Not loads, unfortunately. Done Twisted Timbers, King's Dominion, done Steel Vengeance, done Untamed, done this of course. Don't know if I'm missing any out there, but yeah, this is up there obviously with Steel Vengeance. So let's get on. Yeah, just a quick word of warning if you're visiting here, massive park, loads of steps you'll be doing. It's on a hot day like this again, worth pacing yourself, with a few breaks. Luckily there is some nice shaded areas we can see around here. But yeah, let's go on Zadra. This is what I mean by taking it slightly easier. Pausing in the queue line, appreciating this beast go up for the first time with guests on today. It always surprises me at how massive this coaster is. Just look at it in the background there. Look at that 0G. Oh, beautiful. Let's watch it go around. hopefully I'll be the next train. Let you know my thoughts probably after 2 rides. 3 back-to-back rides there on the beast that is Zadra. Each ride was getting better already. This is what, although it's not busy, walk on as expected. The train, it's only on one train of course, but it's going out constantly because there's just enough people to keep a full train going. So maybe you wait for one train basically, which is great. You can tell it's warming up already. That's been a bit of a problem in the past. Although you haven't had to queue, you're literally waiting for riders because I believe, I'm sure I saw it operating without a full train earlier. I'm pretty sure they like it to be on a full train. I remember in the past waiting quite a bit, but yeah, 3 back-to-back rides. As good as I remember, back seat was the best. Was on the 4th from back a couple of times, then the 2nd from back, but on the very back cut on my last time. Flying round, no grey out moment at the turnaround, first turnaround, which you often get, but didn't feel any slower than in the past. Without even going on Hyperion, I'm still sure Hyperion is my number 1, both at the park and in the world, for the speed, the best airtime hill in the world in my opinion. So I'm going to slowly make my way over there, with a little stop through Sweet Valley and Abyssus. Like I said, there's no rush today. I'm really looking forward to seeing Sweet Valley properly, because at this point in the vlog I haven't recorded my my video from there, but it looks really nice from what I've seen. And just the park in general is really clean still. Looks like all rides are open, despite the, you know, from what I can tell, still fairly low crowds. Let's see what we find next. Zadra, everyone. Hey. And one absolutely awesome thing that they've finally done here at the park is opened up this gate. Looks like a small thing. I assure you it isn't. Normally, you finish your ride on there, that gate is closed, you have to do the whole walk round the queue again. That is no longer the case. You get off of the ride, you go through that gate, 1 minute later you're back on. So that is going to help massively with re-rides. At the start of the day I thought 5 rides would be pushing it just because of the walk. It sounds daft, but when you've got Hyperion to do 5, sorry, that's going to keep happening. Hyperion to do 5 times at least. And honestly, that's a good 10 to 15 minute walk. You know, it's not absolutely exhausting, but it just takes up a lot of your day and does make you more tired. But the fact you can just re-ride Zadra like this now, like I've already done it 3 times. So I don't quite know what happened there. Already done it 3 times. It's only 10:50 AM, 50 minutes into the park day. I've gone all the way to the back and done Zadra 3 times. Yeah, I really like that metal sort of engraving of the park with all the roller coasters, but it doesn't look like Hyperion's on it, which is my favourite. If that was, I'd probably buy that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's new merch. There's not normally much new merch here. The white t-shirt, plain t-shirt of Zadra, I don't think I've seen before. Got some of the roller coasters here on the back of that hoodie that I've seen before. Yeah, nothing much new to the looks of it for this season, from what I can tell. I do like that backpack, that's really cool. And that Zadra badge is pretty cool as well, with the wooden effect. I've had my trusty Icon backpack for a while now, so that will need replacing at some point. I'd quite like to get a Hyperia one from Fort Park when that opens, but whether they'll do it or not, who knows? Well, I was going to go on the Mine Train roller coaster, but I'm just having a bit of trouble with the lockers that you have to use. I've talked to a member of staff and it looks like lots of other people are having trouble as well. When I went on Zadra, I used my locker, opened it, then picked stuff up on the second go because I wanted to take some pictures in the station. And then when I went to put it back in the locker, I had to go to a different machine and let it know that I picked everything up before using one again. And that's sort of what's happening here. A lot of people are having the same issue. It seems to think my stuff's in another locker still when I took it all out. But someone's coming to help, apparently.
Ale to jest ten. Ale to było
Mam szczęście, prawie się winda zaszło.
Cool little pre-show there. First ride with a pre-show here at Energylandia. It's nice. Well, I've been for a back ride spectacular on my first ride here on Choco Chip Mine Creek, whatever it is. And I'll let you know how it is as soon as I get up. So just finished my ride there on Choco Chip Creek. The first thing to say about it is Max and Moritz. I believe that's the name of the family mine train style roller coaster F-tilling. And what makes that is the audio on board, the quirkiness, and that all adds to it. This ride would be 300% better if it had audio on board. It's got decent theming actually, a really cool waterfall feature, 3 lift hills, and it just kind of feels like it could just have 1 lift hill and be just as good. There's only got 1 train, well there's 2 trains but only running on 1 train, so it's the first ride up to Q4, just because of operations, really. It's a long ride, which is great, but it's just silent, round, and it's not that thrilling, so you're not getting that many screams and that. It's kind of like, what is this? The best thing about it was you can still smell chocolate while you're going around, I think. It's actually coming out at the front of the coaster, because there's like steam, fake steam coming out. But what a shame. I said the guy finished. I finished. Sounds a bit weird. I finished. I'm going on the Honey Harbour now, the other roller coaster here. But yeah, the coaster finished, and the guy next to me went, "Oh, it's okay." I said to him, "No sound," and he went, "Ah, no music." He was like, "Yes." He was like, "Where's the music?" It's like, "What it needs." Because it's silent. There's no music in the area. Not speakers or anything. And if obviously, I think there should be some on the train itself, which would be absolutely brilliant. Big opportunity missed, very big opportunity missed, because that would be a really top, not world class, I was about to say, but top tier family mine train. And the layout's great, but because of the lack of music, sorry to go on about it, or like just soundtrack or like story, it just feels like, oh, we're going up another lift hill again, round a few turns. and audio can make a ride more thrilling because it builds up excitement. And yeah, there we go. I'll shut up about it. But who knows? Maybe one day in the future they can. I'm preferring the theming of this actually. This doesn't need a soundtrack or anything on board. It's quite a small coaster. And that's a close one. Almost fell there. Fell into the water, and that was me a goner almost. But yeah, really liking the theming for this one. Looking lovely. Here it comes. Let's give it a go. So carrying on with the main vlog here now that I've finished my experience of Sweet Valley, the new area here at Energylandia. And yeah, it was similar to what I expected really. I mentioned more of it in yesterday's video, obviously when I reviewed it properly. But yeah, just a little lack of high quality theming and onboard audio for the main roller coaster, but I covered that more in the other video, so make sure to check it out. Anyway, it's getting close to lunchtime. My favourite roller coaster in the world needs to be ridden first though, which is Hyperion. So I'm going to have one ride on it, just to make sure I get a ride in. You never know, do you? Never know. And then I'm going to have lunch, then do several re-rides whilst I'm in the area. Do one or two other bits, but the main thing after that will be Abyssus, because I haven't done that yet. And so I'll go back and do that and Zadra a few more times. And then come back to Hyperion between those two. Get lots of the other attractions in here, maybe some of the ones I haven't done before, which would be nice. And yeah, let's see if Hyperion is still my number one. Almost at Hyperion now, and you can notice how quiet this area of the park is now, because everyone's now filtered. Everyone's now filtered to the back with Zadra. Literally, when I was walking away from Zadra, loads of people coming on through. Whether that means it will get a queue, I don't know. But I reckon this is the perfect time to get to Hyperion. Talking of her, here she goes. Well, the time has come, the sun's coming out to ride my favourite roller coaster on the planet. I've now done about 360 coasters, and every time I've been here, the past 3 times, I've always said the same thing: will today be the same? I think so, to be honest. What have I done? Fury 325 since last time, that was decent. But yeah, nothing coming close. Even on that road trip I done in USA. Very strange road trip actually, if you want to watch that back last year. Loads of weird stuff happened. But yeah, let's do it. Hyperion, best coaster in the world that I've been on so far. Let's go. 3 back-to-back rides there on Hyperion. One on the second row from back, on the right seat. Was it on the right? Yes, on the right seat. One on the very back row on the left seat, and one on the very back row on the middle left seat. And I'm pleased to report it is still number 1 in the world for me. It's hard because when I ride it now, I believe that's my 22nd ride on it in total. It may be more than that, I may have forgot a couple, but I do try and keep track with my favourites. It's hard because my expectations are so high. Going on it, I'm still finishing it like absolutely incredible, but I'm like trying to think, oh, you know, sometimes if you want a brand new roller coaster and it's amazing, it gives you a bit more of a adrenaline buzz, but no, I have to keep that there. Ever so slightly more rattly than in the past. On my first ride, on the second from back on the right. Best ride by far, always my favourite seat, number 25, back left. Hardly rattly, to be honest. At all, considering the size of it. And then I done one right at the back in the middle. That was not rattly at all. So what makes it a number one for me as well? Well, it's the second hill, but it's the best airtime hill on any roller coaster that I've ever been on. The first drop is probably the best drop I've ever been on a roller coaster. The lap bars, how free you feel, and an inversion on the turnaround section. It feels like you're going to be thrown out of your seat. One of the few elements that gets me to actually, I have to force myself not to hold on to enjoy the freeness of that. Following that, the little ejector hill, then a floater hill, then just some low, quick turns near the ground, followed by an awesome airtime hill at the end. So it's got the length, it's got the speed, it's got the height, it's got the airtime. Ride to Happiness, for instance, has made it into my top 3, I think, as well as, what is it called, at, oh goodness, mind going now, Liseberg, Helix. They're both top 5 roller coasters. I will do a proper update soon. They're not number 1 because they lack the speed and the height for me. That needs to be part of the package for it to be a number 1 roller coaster for me currently. Whether that changes in the future, I mean, there's rides like Voltron that I'm about to be going on in Europa Park next month. Make sure to subscribe for that. Roller coasters that I think could potentially overtake it. Falcon's Flight, when that opens at Six Flags Qiddiya. I'll do my best to be there for opening day. That will depend on things like visas and all sorts really. It will also depend on if it is built and works, which is looking likely. It's just been topped off actually, the tallest point I believe, of the airtime hill, the freestanding tallest point I believe. So I'll stop jabbering on. But also I think Hyperia at Thorpe Park is worth a mention. I don't think it will be number 1, mainly due to its length. I think it could be my favourite drop on a roller coaster. With the Mack trains and how it spins on the way down, I think that would be insane ejector time. Even more so maybe than Hyperion's first drop. I need to make sure I keep getting them the right way around. Yeah, Hyperion's first drop, oh my goodness. That is insane. It's like you get pulled over on the back seat, then you get pulled over even more, it feels, at like at the halfway point due to the extreme height. About what, 260 foot drop? Anyway, I'm gonna get a little little TikTok reel now from it here and yeah, get some lunch. I don't believe this viewing area used to be open. I may be wrong. Also something that's really cool is same with this as Zadra, but not quite as much with this, but they've shortened the queue line by about half, which is great. That's what made it 3 rides on that in a row easy when I was planning on maybe just 1 or 2 as I'm quite hungry for lunch. Yeah, 3 rides on that, 3 rides on Zadra. Most theme parks you'd be more than happy with that in your whole day. But here, it's only 3 hours into my day, 5 hours left, plenty more to do. Like I said, I'm going to do 1 or 2 rides that I haven't done before. Abysses is my next main one to do, and then probably some re-rides on Zadra. And yeah, but first of all, get some lunch and watch Ronnie O'Sullivan in the World Championship. Got £30 on you to win the tournament, mate, come on. Sat down for some lunch outside Zadra. Went for a chicken burger and chips, but he seemed a bit confused and it's come out as, because I wanted Pepsi Max without sugar as well, and it looks like I've got a Pepsi with sugar and vegetable wrap and chips. Oh well, healthier I suppose. Alright, so I've had my lunch there, and yeah, it's literally just salad in a wrap and it's hot. It's a bit strange, but there's so much of it. It actually, I think there's some hummus in it. It tastes quite nice. Well, you know, for rabbit food. But yeah, I had that, and at least I don't feel like stuffed. So I'm going to go straight on Zadra now. Get a couple of rides on there again. Let's see how it's warmed up through the day. And then we'll be heading straight to Abysses. Looks like Zadra's on 2 trains now, which is pretty cool. Maybe the queue has picked up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that gate that I mentioned earlier that's behind me has closed now, so they must only open it maybe when it's a really quiet period, so that was this morning. So yeah, nothing's changed for me in terms of how I'd do this park. I think I'd still always come Zadra first. The fact that gate was open this morning, really happy we got 3 back-to-back rides on it. I'm going to have another one now, despite having to walk round again, because that was my best ride of the day on it. That was finally getting some blackout, grey out moments. Not on the turnaround as usual, not quite, but plenty of other elements. The whole thing is just absolutely ballistic. I think I've used that word with this ride before. I can see why people would prefer it to Hyperion, but yeah, still Hyperion for me. Oh my god, what a great ride. Absolute best I've ever seen on there as well. As we pulled into the station on the train, the other train was sent as well, so pretty good. My ride there on Zadra again, 5 times for the day, another spectacular one with a few rows in front of me free, so nice views and yeah, fantastic. Just got myself a Kinder Joy ice cream cone in a red cone for the grand total of £1.80. What would that be at Alton Towers, do we reckon? 6, 7, 8, 12, 13? Who knows? But yeah, treat myself to this as I just had that rabbit lunch earlier. Now I'm going to go to business. Won't record too much more. I'll give you my feedback on all the rides and that, but going to enjoy my last 3 hours of the day without my phone so much. Oh no, I'll go to business. Wow, this is definitely the longest queue I'll ever have done at Energylandia. No problem with that. Looking forward to my ride. I doubt it'll be too long. We're on a 2-train service. That's what we like to see. Had my ride on Abyssus there, as well as the Tidal Twister, I believe it is. I think it's like, is it by Huss? I'm not sure. Zamperla, the flat that spins and goes up and then back. I put in some footage of it a minute ago, you'll know what I mean, on the water. And that's better themed now, the ends of it aren't just non-themed with support structure, they've got like rock work, which looks nice. Yeah, Abyssus is kind of a one and done for me. Got a nice angle of it. Yeah, kind of a one and done for me. It is intense, what I quite like. It's just the comfort collars that are a bit, they're not like uncomfortable, they're comfortable, but just stop you from getting much airtime. But if it wasn't for them, yeah, it'd be really intense with just lap bars, because it's quite a strong ejector. Anyway, I'm going to carry on riding. It's nice to do the Tidal Twister flat ride. I've never done that before, so like I said, wanted to do some new things today, which I have. With that and Sweet Valley. Might even do the Monster House dark ride. I haven't done that before and I think it's hilariously bad from what I've heard. That might be quite fun. Yeah, lovely day though. 2 hours left till park close. I'm going to have at least 2 more rides on Hyperion. That's my Hyperion, I should say. I'd like to have a couple of rides on Hyperion, but that won't be for 26 days. I am counting. But yeah, join me as I maybe do a couple of other rides. Yeah, so this is the outskirts edge of the theme park area, as you can see through these gates. All this rubble and things has got Energylandia fencing around it. And I haven't done my due diligence yet. If I have a chance before posting this video, I might make a comment in the description or now confirming that it's a hotel that's being built. I believe I've really got that in the back of my head that it is. So yeah, interesting though. Very early stages. Just walking around the outskirts of Sweet Valley. Very cute area, isn't it? Was I too harsh on it in my Sweet Valley video? You let me know. A few tractors and that, and diggers. It's nice the park is so big, there are busy areas, but if you need a moment to chill, quieten down, there's plenty of them. Oh god, it's a catchy theme tune, I'm going to have to go through Sweet Valley again. Do 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 diddly do 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 diddly do diddly. Just love every view you've got, there's just something else going on, another coaster, another ride, something else. It's been nice to see Hyperion and Zadra with, 10-minute queues. So I'm just rambling a bit and walking and talking. Yeah, it's the busiest I've ever seen it here, with a few queues, which is great. I didn't see this mini log flume earlier. Quite like to go on that actually, I might make a point to do that. Another point I need to make sure to do is to keep doing stuff like this. It's been far too long since I last done something like this, and of course money and things like that is sometimes something that has to be thought about. But saying that, I was quite hesitant about booking a trip because it had been a while, but no, I'm really glad to come out and really looking forward to Europa Park in Italy next month, which is my next stops. And Hyperia as well at Fort Park for opening day. Another little attraction in Sweet Valley next to the Honey Harbour. I'll give this one a go, I think. Looks pretty cool. Goodness, I'm feeling a bit big for this one. Whoa! Hey! I think there's a little drop. Yeah, look at this. Whoa! Bit heavy for this one. Up we go. Oh dear. Blimey, Naomi. These are the POVs we'll live for. Woo! What have you done? It's another ride in the end of the day. Whee! God! That'll do us, I think. A little bit wet. That's alright. The old bumble boats there, little POV. Moving on, always like a little water ride. I've only done this once, Formula. Before, and it looks to have quietened down. It was quite busy earlier. It was only on a one train service, I do believe. So let's get on it and keep on riding. Oh, I've done loads of rides today. Loads of ones I wouldn't normally do. I might even do the SLC. Don't know what's wrong with me today. I think, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but there's nothing wrong in doing the different coaster here and there. Yeah, I remember this being alright actually. A little bit of a queue, but oh well. Oh, I'm glad I've done that. That's a good snappy coaster, Formula. I think I'll try and make a point of doing it every time I come out now. After you do the first version after the initial launch, you go into an intimidator turn, I'll call it. Low to the ground. So you must be going around turn at approximately 50 miles per hour. And yeah, really grey out, probably the most I've greyed out on any ride today, funnily enough. Yeah, nice and snappy that, nice and snappy. Yeah, I might go on to the SLC now. It is a bit of a strange park, really, when you think about it, Energylandia. Because if it wasn't for Zadra and Hyperion, sorry, probably never. I probably would have come here because I like Krakow, the city, anyway. I'd come here, and maybe would have come here once in a blue moon. But when you do come here and do Hyperion, Zadra, you do often. Well, I don't normally do as much other stuff as I have done today, but I'm really enjoying doing the other stuff. Yeah, it's just a funny one how just one roller coaster can draw you, even if it's just Hyperion or just Zadra. I'll probably come every year. Yeah. Anyway, saying that, ranting again. I hope that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. Yeah, let's get on this SLC, and if you're familiar with this particular one, the only reason I'm going on it is because it has the other restraints, the much more comfortable ones. It actually makes it a really enjoyable ride, unlike the likes of Infusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach back home. So I'm going to get on it now, let you know what I thought of it, and this will be the 7th different roller coaster I've done today. I've done Zadra 5 times, Hyperion 3, and several of the others. Nice ride count. Had my ride on May in the SLC, and boy, that was jolty, not too rough thanks to the vest restraints. Wouldn't like to go on that one again, and I have done every roller coaster here at one point or another. Yeah, it's got over the shoulder restraints, and it's just one of those wild mouses. Mouses? Yeah, it's good to get back on the SLC. That's probably every other time I visit type of one. Yeah, I don't know if I'll come back next year. It's always sort of a last minute one to come to, but I do want to start doing some bigger trips again, because I don't think I'm going to get to over into America or like Asia this year. I have to play it by ear. But when Six Flags Qiddiya and Falcon's Flight opens, that'll be my absolute priority. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to next year, because I think it's meant to open next year, Falcon's Flight. So quite a lot will be going into that, I'd imagine, financially and time-wise from myself. One of my favourite places where I am now. I often finish my day here. Just wondering if you'll see. Yeah, like it's where I can charge my phone in this like really quiet restaurant after everyone's eaten. Have my beer. Don't mind now because it's the end of the day. I'll have that, and then have a couple of rides on Hyperion. Probably 2, maybe 3 more. Strange, Hyperion's all day been on 1 train and now it's on 2. I wonder if it's because there's more people going on it now, because it's the end of the day and it's right next to the entrance. Maybe they anticipate that. And yeah, well, there's a lot more people going in the queue, so maybe that's what it is. But it's nice to see them having things on 2 trains. It'll be interesting to go on a Hyperion and riding the other train, because I assume I haven't rode that one much. I don't know, wouldn't know. Anyway, yeah, almost time to wrap up the day. I'll probably wrap up the day, well, just outside the entrance of the park. After my few rides on Hyperion, it's 5:15 now, got 45 minutes. We'll be more than happy with just another 2 rides on Hyperion. Definitely tired, it's a long old day at Energylandia. It's a 2 or 3 day park if you've never done it before, but my first ever visit, I done it for 2 days and got all the little stuff out of the way that's just not worth it for me, like some of the really small coasters. But I still make a point to do the other decent stuff when I'm here. I try to. There it goes again. Oh, me being rubbish with the camera. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy myself for 5 or 10 minutes here, then head into Krakow for a night of music, hopefully, and chilling out with some nice food. Well, there we go. I managed to get 3 more rides on Hyperion to end the day. So I went around once on my favourite seat in the back, which was fantastic. And I went around again, and literally 3 minutes before 6 when the park closes, so I just got in and went on the front row. I thought I might as well queue for the front row. I was lucky to get it though, because I was right at the back, and 4 people wait for the front row, and 8 other people go for all the other air gates. So some of the people waiting in the front actually got told to go into the others, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to. They'd just be sending trains around with just people in the front row. But luckily they called for just 1 rider, so I went right to the front row. As always with me, something funny happens. I was on the front, on the right, next to a lady 10 years older than myself and 2 children. I assume her 2 children. And halfway up the lift hill, she says, grab my hand, and not just like hold hands like that, but interlocking hands properly. She said, it's much better. I just go with the flow. And so I was holding her hand through the whole ride, which was fun, great. It was really good on the front row. I take my goggles off and just hold them in my hand that wasn't being held. And yeah, very good ride on the front. And then I was lucky, as I always am, seem to be with roller coasters. Not in other areas of life, honestly. Never follow my betting tips. But yeah, I got on the last ride. Sorry, it's a bit loud, but I am having to walk because I'm hoping to get a bus. The last train, it was going to be the last train, the last one, and there was loads of empty seats. There's only 11 riders, so I just sat on another seat and got a last ride on the second row, bringing my total ride count to 6. Anyway, I'm hoping to get on the bus, I can see. Fingers crossed. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I had an amazing time. Get yourself out here if you've never been. I'll be back here, if not next year, the year after. Loads of content coming. Voltron at Europa Park, Italy theme parks. From there, I'll fly to God knows and get some more parks in. Hyperia's coming up as well, how can I forget? In 26 days. Stay tuned for the first rise of that, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.